Hey everybody, this is Matt Dickman of Techno Marketer, and this is another edition of Inside Out. Today we're going to take a look at Jaiku, and this is actually a service that I've had on my radar for a number of months. I've been meaning to get around to it, but yesterday's acquisition by Google definitely put Jaiku in the limelight. And I want to do this video basically to show you, those of you who don't know what it is, I'll show you what it is, and those of you that are using other services like Twitter or Pounce, just to kind of show you what's available on Jaiku. I do think that this is a much more robust system. I mean, if you were comparing technology to technology, Jaiku wipes Twitter out of the water. The one issue, which I've said from the very start, is that these services are really about where your network of people are. It's not about technology. You know, if it was about technology, everybody would be using Jaiku, but it's not. It's about people. So for right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm using Jaiku as kind of a live stream. And what I mean by that is that I'm feeding various pieces of content into my Jaiku feed, where people can kind of get more of an idea of what I'm creating content-wise from a number of different sites. So let's take a look here. You can see the interface is really, really similar to Twitter. So, you have 140 characters, which is exactly the same as what Twitter has. You can type it in a box. You can post it. The interface is extremely similar. What it does, though, is that it adds on a little bit of functionality after the message goes. So here, let's say that I am creating a new video post on Jaiku. So I'm going to post this. What you're going to see is it pulls into the stream. What you can also do is add an icon to your post just to give it a little bit more context. So I don't really know, I could have used a laptop computer or something else to represent kind of what I was doing at that time. So it's just another, little way to add a little bit more functionality. What you'll see here, though, when it jumps down into the comment stream, you can click on the name to take you to more information on that post. But what other users can do is they can add a comment to that. So you have threaded conversation off of a single element in time. So a single post can lead to a threaded response, which is not something at the current time that Twitter does. Twitter is independent messages. Nothing is threaded. So let's take a look a little bit deeper. You can actually come in here and see just your Jaikus. So here you'll see these first two are the only two that are actual messages that I typed into the box. The other ones, as you'll see, like they have the little icon here. So this is a tweet basically that I did a little bit late in the day yesterday. So what it's doing is it's taking photos that I've posted to Flickr and it's pulling those in. It's taking entries that I've done on the blog and it's pulling those in. It's taking my delicious items, my Brightcove videos, and my tweets from Twitter. It's pulling them all in line, and that's really what I mean by a live stream, is that it's creating a timeline of content that I've created online. So given that, a lot of the other interface is the same, so you can change or modify your location. So right now I have it as my home. You can see which feeds are coming in here, and then you can see which contacts I have over here. The other thing that's really interesting about Jaiku is that they have channels. And what channels do is they let you basically create side conversations, and it's almost like a chat room. So you can kind of think about it like that to keep it differentiated in your head. So I've created this Techno Marketer channel, and multiple people could subscribe to this and have conversations inside this channel that only one another can see, which I think is pretty interesting. And the way that you do that actually is that you start the message with the pound sign and then the name of the channel. So if I type pound Techno Marketer space and then enter whatever I want to say, that's fed directly into that channel so that everybody that subscribes to the feed for that channel can get it. And it really lets you have a really niche side conversation with a core group of individuals that you want to be communicating with. And then you can create those on the fly. You can subscribe and unsubscribe from these things as you go, as you learn about what's creating value, what's adding more value. So let me jump back to the homepage real quick. The other thing that I do like is that you can, inside your contacts, as soon as you start adding individuals, it learns who else you might know. And it takes people that the people I know, and does a little reference to see who's shared among us. So it's suggesting some friends, which is a really good way to grow the community from just knowing a couple different individuals. And I've found that as I've started adding people, more people started adding me because I'm being a suggested person that people follow as well. So you can always come in here. You can look at your contacts. You can click on one of those and see their stream. So you can see Greg Verdino here, what he's pulling in. He's pulling in his Twitter feed, his photos, his blog. So right now, that's kind of what I'm seeing as this overlap, is that people that are on Twitter are pulling in their Twitter entries, their tweets, into Jaiku to kind of aggregate that information. And I have seen over the last couple of days a lot more new original posts on Jaiku, more than I've seen in a long time. A lot of people are just having it feed in their information or not posting original content. So, that's really what Jaiku is. It has basically the same functionality. It's the same premise exactly as what Twitter is. 140 characters. You say what you're doing, communicating with other individuals in a one-way and two-way conversation. You can definitely use this as a live streaming device to create one single location where all of your content is feeding in back and forth. And the channels are actually a really interesting concept, I think, where you can have direct niche conversations with individuals of like interest, like mind, and you can subscribe to those individuals and really get niche-oriented, targeted information instead of the broad swath of information that you get on a service like Twitter, or if you don't use channels on Jaiku. So that's it for this time. If you have something you'd like to see featured on Inside Out in the future, just drop me an email, mattdickman@gmail.com, or you can leave me a comment. Thanks a lot, and I will talk to you soon.